You use Microsoft products. And apparently Microsoft doesn't even like itself. Because one thing they'll open in one Microsoft product doesn't open in another Microsoft product. Like it's the same computer, the same Microsoft, you think. So I'm here not as an advertisement for Macintosh. Graduation was Thursday night. Wednesday night I got an hour of sleep on the couch. Which was kind of funny to wake up and see Tori sitting on the other couch looking at me like, why is my dad sleeping on the couch at night? It's never happened before. How'd that happen? And I thought, I'll get up, take the kids to school, come back, I'll finish the slideshow if it's almost done, and then take a nice nap, get a few things done, and then go to graduation. That really didn't work out so well. I didn't get any sleep on Thursday at all. My parents came into town, gay parents. Shell's parents were in town, Mom's in town. So yeah, the week was crazy, and so by yesterday, we had graduation, and the kids, the graduate class went to Cheesecake Factory afterwards, so we had to go pick our kid up from there. So we got to bed sort of late Thursday night, which brings us, to Friday, and oh yes, I have to get ready for the weekend, and came over here. Did a sermon, did a bike ride with my dad early in the morning, met with the people about the sign for out front. Didn't eat. The other thing is that you notice how you get busier and busier and you eat worse and worse or less and less? Yeah, so I'm like grabbing Cheerios from the dispenser, eating dry Cheerios, going, it's going to keep me alive, baby. Get home, our garbage disposal, we found out that the stink that was coming from under the sink was actually water dripping for a while now from a hole in our garbage disposal that you can put your fingernail into. It's one of those days, weeks. I wasn't discouraged, I was just dog tired and had no energy because, food, energy, blood sugar. So we were cleaning up, putting laundry away, doing whatever, getting stuff cleaned up, and I went into the bedroom and my wife had this big old pile of laundry all over the bed that she was putting away. I did not feel exceptionally romantic at the moment. I just want you to know, I was not like in Casanova mode. I was not like, hey baby, because there was no hey baby inside me. It was, and I stopped and I said, you know what? In my mind, I kind of just a little gut check, and I said, you know what, baby? I know we're tired. I love you so much. And I gave her a hug. And that was jealousy, and that was just sappy. And I got, like I said, it was a choice. It was not like I'm like, oh, I love her so much. I was tired. I was exhausted. But I'll tell you something that happened. As soon as I said it, and I gave her a hug, there was a little part of me, like right in the back part of my mind, right there in my heart, that went, hey, I am in love with this woman. And I was so excited to be married to her. Even though I'm like, and it was a simple gift that I gave her, because she was tired and exhausted as well. Sometimes you don't feel like giving. Sometimes it's like, I've got nothing to give. I'm not in a good place right now. But sometimes giving anyway to someone else brings it alive. When you sing that song, how can I keep you from singing? And there's some times that I'm like there, I'm right there. How can I keep you from singing? Yes, God rocks. There's a time like, yeah, there's God. Yep. And sometimes it's in those moments that we need to just reach down and say, I'm going to give, and say, you know what, God, I love you. And it's amazing how it starts to turn our hearts back around to where we wanted them to be anyway. So I encourage you this morning to give an offering from your heart, even though you may not feel like it. Now, if you're visiting the experience, you may be like, oh, he's hitting us up for money. Dig down deep if you don't feel like it. Well, maybe. But I think that giving is a lot more than just money. And money's important, and if you're part of this experience family, maybe that's probably part of your responsibility. If you're not a part of this experience family, we're not asking for your money. I won't say we don't want it, but it's not what it's about. You may need to give somewhere else, but there's also in your basket, there's offering envelopes, but there's also these cards that say, my gift of love. And what those are about is because sometimes the most powerful offering isn't money at all. It's you giving an offering of something else to God. Like I gave an offering to my wife yesterday, when I looked at her and I said, I love you. And it picked her up, and it picked me up, because it brought me back to what I know is real. So for just a second, if you want, take one of those cards out or take an offering envelope out, and just for a second, how can I keep from singing? You know, well, maybe this week it's been really easy to keep from singing because you've been tired, depressed, discouraged, strung out, busy, lack of sleep, whatever it might be. The children driving you nuts, the lack of children driving you nuts, your spouse is driving you nuts, whatever it might be. But maybe just to remember, what is it really that I'm passionate about with God? What is it that I know God is, even though I can't feel it right now, that I know God's all about? And then what do I want to give Him as an offering? Take just a second right now. We're just going to be quiet. We're going to all be quiet for just a second. And give your own, or take this opportunity if you want to give your own offering to God. Just say to God, whether I feel like it or not. And maybe you're at the place where you're saying, I can't stop. This is not hard for me. Maybe you're at the place, just give an offering by faith. Father, thank you that you take our offerings. Sometimes as weak as they are, as simple as they are, but man, we love you and it feels good to give back to you. So thank you for taking our offering in our heart.